Beloved child angels have a message for you today. They want you to know that your person has been feeling very troubled by the long silence between you. The distance has been difficult for them and they've spent a lot of time thinking about what happened. They realize now they actively ignored them. This has caused them to feel ashamed of how they treated you. What strikes them the most now is how special your energy is. It's not just about how you look or what you do, but something much deeper. Your gentle, caring nature is something they now see as rare and precious in a world that often feels hard and unkind. Your kindness stands out in a way that is incredibly attractive to them. They are now realizing that these qualities are not something to take for granted. They are unique and they regret not valuing them when they had the chance. They feel deeply ashamed of how they treated you in the past. They ignored your needs and desires. While you gave them your full love and attention, instead of appreciating your love, they let their pride and ego take control. This caused you to feel jealous, insecure, and unsure of your place in their life. They understand now that their actions made you question yourself, and this is something they deeply regret. Your person knows that they let their ego get in the way of a beautiful connection. They were too focused on themselves and their own needs, and they didn't take the time to see how much they were hurting you. They now understand that love is about giving and receiving equally, and they are sorry that they didn't do that with you. The angels want you to know that your person is truly sorry. They are filled with regret for how they treated you and wish they could go back and do things differently. They now see the value in your love and the special qualities that you bring to a relationship. They want to make things right, but they are unsure if it's too late. They are afraid that they may have lost you for good because of their actions in this time apart. They have learned a lot about themselves and about love. We know now that true love is about being there for each other, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. They are willing to make changes, but they are unsure if they will get the chance to show you how much they've grown. The angels want you to know that this person's heart is heavy with guilt and regret, but they are also filled with hope. They hope that one day they will be able to make amends and show you how much you truly mean to them. This time apart has opened their eyes to everything they took for granted. They now realize how much they miss you, not just in small ways, but in every single way. They miss your presence, the warmth of your smile, and the way you always knew how to make them feel loved and important. Your words brought them comfort, and being around you made them feel safe. Now without you they feel lost and empty. They never thought it would be this hard to be without you, but now they truly understand the saying, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. This has become their reality. They can't stop thinking about what they had with you and how they lost it because of their own actions. They are filled with regret and sadness. The separation has made them reflect on everything that happened between the two of you. They find themselves going over the past again and again, thinking about the good times, the love you shared and the happiness you brought into their life. But now they also see how their pride and ego got in the way. They realized that their need to feel in control pushed you away, and they deeply regret that. The thought of how they hurt you because of their own insecurities fills them with shame. They feel haunted by the memories. What they lost, they can see now that they ruined something beautiful with their own hands. This realization weighs heavily on them. They are tormented by the idea that if they had only acted differently, things could have been so much better. They wish they could turn back time and make different choices. They are full of regret because they know that their mistakes are the reason for the pain both of you are feeling now. As they think back on everything, they also realize just how patient and loving you were with them. You stood by their side even when they didn't deserve it. You were always there, offering your love and support without asking for anything in return. They now see how much effort you put into the relationship, how you always tried to make things work, and how you never gave up on them. This makes them feel even guiltier because they know they didn't appreciate you the way they should have. They feel ashamed for taking you for granted and not treating you the way you deserve to be treated. They remember the times when they made you feel jealous and insecure, even though you were always giving your best to the relationship. You gave them everything, and yet they didn't give you the same in return. This thought fills them with deep regret. They know now that they were wrong to make you feel that way, and they wish they could take it all back. They feel sorry for the way they acted and for the pain they caused you. They realize now that you deserve so much more than what they gave you. The more they reflect on everything, the more they understand how much they lost. They see now that they had something special with you, something that doesn't come around often, and yet they let it slip away because of their own issues. This realization brings them a lot of pain. They wish they could go back and fix things, but they know that's not possible. All they can do now is live with the regret and hope that someday, somehow, they can make things right with you. They spend a lot of time thinking about you and the relationship, and with every passing day their regret only grows stronger. They miss you more than they ever thought they would. They miss the love, the laughter, and the connection you shared. They know that they are to blame for the way things ended, and that thought is hard for them to live with. They are left hoping for a chance to make things right, to show you that they've learned from their mistakes, and to prove that they can be the person you deserve. Your person is at a place where they really want to fix things. Between you they understand that things went wrong in the past and they're now longing to make things right. They want to rebuild what was lost and show that they have changed. This person knows they didn't fully understand your love before, but now they do. They've come to realize how important your love was, and they want to prove that. They can be the partner you deserve. They want to be someone who values love and gives it in return. The time apart has changed them. During this separation, they've had time to think about what went wrong and what they could have done better. They see things differently now. They are ready to let go of the pride and ego that got in the way before. These were the things that caused your separation, and they are willing to move past them. They now know that holding on to their ego only hurt your connection, and they don't want that anymore. They want to be more open and honest about their feelings. They hope that their behavior was selfish and unfair, and it made the relationship feel one-sided. You were giving so much of yourself, but they were not doing the same. This left you feeling ignored, unloved, and hurt. During this time apart, your person has been reflecting on their actions, that one day you might forgive them and give them another chance. They want to show you how much they've grown and how deeply they care for you now. They hope that with time you can see the changes they've made and allow them back into your life when it comes to fitting in and being accepted by others. You learned some tough lessons early in life. You found out that it wasn't enough to just be yourself to be liked and to fit in with the people around you. You had to work really hard. You couldn't just be who you were naturally. Instead, you had to change yourself in different ways. You had to meet other people's expectations. Whether that meant changing how you acted, what you liked, or even how you looked, it felt like you had to adjust every part of yourself just to be accepted. This need to fit in became a constant pressure in your life. Every time you interacted with others, it felt like you were being tested. You couldn't just relax and be yourself. You were always worried about being rejected if you didn't live up to the unspoken rules set by the people around you. The fear of not being accepted was always there. You felt like you had to constantly prove yourself to be worthy of being liked or included. This pressure wasn't something that you could easily shake off. It stayed with you and influenced how you saw yourself and how you interacted with others. Over time, you started to realize something important. The only person you could really rely on was yourself. You may have had friends and people around you who supported you sometimes. You had to rely on yourself to get through the tough times, while the pressure to fit in and be accepted was overwhelming. It also taught you a valuable lesson. You learned that you couldn't always depend on others for validation or support. You had to find that strength within yourself. This journey towards love. Amen. God bless you. Subscribe the channel and type amen if you believe.